And so I'm coming to y'all with this information because I even taught on it. I talked about it, and it still didn't, a light bulb didn't go off, and it didn't register. And so now I'm going to bring this information to you guys. Understand, experts recommend. Yo, what's goody? What's goody? Latrell in a hoodie, and welcome to another episode of the Brother Next Door podcast, where we talk about finance, personal development, and skills to get you further in life through actual steps and my own personal experiences. In this episode, we're going back to Roth accounts. We talked about it a while back, but we're going to bring it back because I had a discovery that I discovered a couple weeks back, looking back at my Roth 401k account that I didn't even realize was a Roth 401k account. And so we're going to get into that and really just go from there. And so understand, when I was looking at my account, I was, making sure everything was right, making sure the contributions were correct. And I knew it was a Roth, but for whatever reason, I was like, is this, like, what's my limit? I thought it was going to be like 7,000, which is what the Roth IRA account is. But in actuality, it's a Roth 401k account, meaning that it's actually going to be $23,000, which is my limit every single year, which I wasn't paying attention. And I talked about it. And so I'm coming to y'all with this information because I even taught on it. I talked about it, and it still didn't, a light bulb didn't go off, and it didn't register. And so now I'm going to bring this information to you guys. Understand, experts recommend that you contribute between 10 to 20% of your gross adjusted income to saving for retirement. And so I'm not a financial advisor. Do with your money what you will. I'm just here to put the information in front of you. And so that's what experts say, between 10 and 20%. Right now, I'm doing 6%. And that's just me being transparent. I'm putting 6% right now because my main focus right now is paying off debt. Understand, my highest interest rate is about 12% right now. And so putting, 25% of my income, or 20%, whatever, towards a return of 5-10% every year doesn't really make sense when I'm paying a bank 12% every year for loaned money. Does that make sense? And so that's why I'm so focused on paying off that debt first, and then I can come back and focus on the retirement accounts. So with that being said, putting 10 to 20%, if you guys haven't, I strongly advise you guys to make some type of contribution to retirement, whether that's 5%, whether that's 10%, whether that's 20%. It depends on your situation. You may be saving for a house. You may be saving for a car. You may, whatever. Whatever your situation is, make sure that you're saving something for the future, at least for a rainy day. You feel me? Save for something. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the difference between a Roth IRA as well as a Roth 401k. So remember, Roth accounts, you put the money into it after it's been taxed, right? So you don't get any tax benefits this year. You don't get to write it off or nothing like that. But when you take it out, once you retire, you get that money tax free. And so if you have that money invested, that money gets to grow tax free all the way up until, retirement. And then you get to take all that money out, not all at once, but you get to take all that money out tax free. And so that's the idea behind, I mean, you can take it all out if you want to, but that's the idea behind Roth IRA accounts, or Roth accounts, period. Yo, what's good, family? I want to interrupt the show just for a second because I went back, I watched it, and I was like, not only did I not give y'all enough information, but I gave y'all the wrong information. And so the last thing I want to do is get on a platform and give y'all the wrong information to walk away with. And so I want to step in real quick, give y'all the correct information, and then we'll get back to the show. So understand, when it comes to withdrawals of 401k and Roth IRA accounts. You can. So if you have contributed to the account any point in time, whether it was yesterday or it's been 10, 20 years, you can withdraw your contributions tax free as well as penalty free. Now, as far as what they've given you or what you've earned from that account, that's a different story. And that's what I want to get into right now. So understand the 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 IRS really splits that pool of money into three ways. You have your contributions, which you put in. You have the conversions rollover, which is whether you roll over from a 401k to an IRA to 401k, whatever. That's a rollover. And then the profits you make from the money that you put in. And so understand when it comes to contributions, always tax free, always tax free and fee free. So there's no penalties, none like that for taking out the money that's already been taxed, right? So that's great. What else? When it comes to conversions, they are tax and fee free if you're either 59 and a half or older or have had the account for 5 years. Does that make sense? And then last but not least, profits, which is the last pool of money. That's the last pool that they pull from when you're withdrawing money from your accounts. Profits are fee and tax free when you are 59 and a half and up, of course, and have had the account for at least 5 years. So keep these things in mind when you are withdrawing from these accounts. There are also obviously many exceptions, whether it's for school expenses, whether it's for hardship, whether it's for first time home buyer. There are different things, but they're different for each account. Some accounts allow it for certain situations, some accounts don't. So it's important that you do your research. But I wanted to come on here and correct that before and not just leave the video how it was. For me and my 401k account, how I have it set up in my app, I'm looking at it right now. You can also take out a loan. So with the 401k account, Roth 401k account, it allows you to take out a general loan. And for me, that's between $1,000 and $2,417 as of right now is what I'm pre-approved for. Loan term is between 1 and 60 months. I'm with Fidelity, by the way. And then the interest is 10.5%. But don't get stuck on the interest, because with the interest, that interest goes right back into your account. So basically what you're really doing is becoming your own bank. So you're taking interest out on that money, but you're paying yourself back that interest. So that's a beautiful thing. If you do need money right then and there, you're able to do that. Now, if you don't pay that loan, right, then you'll be subject to taxes and all that good stuff, penalties and all that. But if you do pay it back, that's a great way to be able to take out a loan, pay interest, but you're not losing any money because it's still going right back. Now you're losing the potential for it to grow, but you know what I mean? You're not you're not paying another bank that interest. And so that's a great thing about the Roth 401k. Now back to the show. And so what's the benefits of Roth accounts? If you're young, if you're a young individual just getting started in your 20s, like most of us, then having time on our sides is the biggest advantage. So now we have more time than later generations to invest, to let our money compound. That way, once we get to the point of retirement, that nest egg is so much bigger because we started at a young age. And so you don't want to be at a lower tax bracket now, and then once you retire, you're at a higher tax bracket, withdrawing a whole lot more money than what you were making to begin with, and now you got to pay even more taxes on it. And then that was the second one, is if you're in a lower tax bracket right now and you plan on being in a higher tax bracket, whether that's from a job or whether your contributions end up being a lot more. What are the difference between the two? Roth 401k Roth 401k accounts, I cannot talk today, y'all, often have fees associated with them, including internal operating expenses of the funds themselves, or can be administration fees. And then with Roth IRA accounts, you don't have to worry about the administration fees. Usually, and it's not in all cases. Do your research, read the fine print, all that good stuff. But that's generally the difference between the two when it comes to fees. So the fees of a Roth IRA might be cheaper for your situation than a Roth 401k. Another difference, you can contribute up to $23,000 per year and there's no income limit. So say you're an executive, say you're high up in your company, corporate America, whatever, and you're making, 150,000, $200,000, whatever. You're still able to contribute to that Roth 401k, unlike a Roth IRA, which has income limits. So that's another benefit for people who are making a lot of money and but still want to have that tax savings on the back end. As far as contributions, okay, Latrell, I see the difference. Either I can contribute 23,000 to the 401k Roth, or I can contribute 7,000 per year to the Roth IRA. How do I make these contributions? You can contribute to all four. So you can say, hey, I want to contribute to my Roth IRA. I want to contribute to my Roth traditional. I want to contribute to my 401k traditional, and I want to contribute to my 401k Roth. You can do that. The problem is, or well, the only thing is, you have to stay within the limits. So with the 401k, for example, if you're going to do traditional and Roth, you can split it 50-50, but the total of both of those accounts has to equal, or doesn't have to, but you can only contribute up to $23,000 for Roth and traditional. But say, hey, I'm all Roth. I don't want to mess with traditional at all. Cool. You can do that as well. The way to do that is, contribute to both. So you have your employer account, which is the traditional, or which is the Roth IRA, Roth 401k, and then you can also have the Roth IRA. And so you combine that, that's $30,000 that you now contribute Roth style or after tax style, and can take that money out, all that money out, once you retire and all that good stuff tax free. And so now you're able to contribute $30,000 after tax, right? Be clear, after tax. So don't think you're gonna get a $30,000, and it's good and dandy. Do that on the other side. If you want to do the traditional route, do both of those accounts as traditional, and then you can do it that way. But make sure, you are not over contributing, because then you got to let them know that you over contributed, and then there's paperwork, and you got to do all that stuff. So just avoid that. Keep track and make sure you don't go over when it comes to contributing, because that will lead to penalties and fees, and you don't want that, right? So what are the contribution limits for the Roth IRA? So here it is. I have it pulled up on the screen for you guys. So we're going to talk about us. We're going to talk about single and under 50, right? If you you know what, if you married, I got y'all too. I got y'all too. But as you can see, if you're making less than $146,000, the max you can contribute is $7,000. If you're making more than $146,000 but less than $161,000, then your contribution is reduced. Do your research, figure out how much that is. And then lastly, if you're making $161,000 and greater with the Roth IRA, then you can't contribute. You out of luck. So that's why you want to use the Roth 401k if you're able to still be able to contribute to a Roth account. And then if you're married, if you're combined making less than 230,000, you can contribute the full 7,000 every single year. If you're making more than 230 but less than 240,000, contribution is reduced. And if both of you combined are making $240,000 or more, y'all that power couple, y'all doing y'all's thing, y'all can't contribute to the Roth IRA, which is all good. Y'all doing y'all's thing. Y'all can contribute to other accounts. Y'all can just contribute outside of traditional retirement accounts and still be very well off. But keep that in mind when it comes to investing in a Roth IRA account. And last but not least, in conclusion, Roth IRAs combine the higher contribution limits of a 401k with some of the tax features of a Roth IRA. That's it. That's all it is. You get more money when you can, or you can contribute. You don't get, but you can contribute more money with the Roth 401k than you can with the IRA. But with the IRA, there are limits to it. And so keep that in mind. Hopefully, I opened y'all's eyes and made y'all a little bit more curious about these accounts that your employer is offering. Do your research. Figure out if traditional is better for you or Roth is better for you. And if they do offer Roth and they do match that, it may be a route that you take. But do your research, do your research, do your research, see what works best for you and all those good things because only you know your true situation and where you believe, right? Life doesn't always go as planned, where you believe you'll be headed in the future. So I'm gonna keep this episode right there, stop it there, keep it short to the point. I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. If you are, leave $1, $5, $10 as a help a brother out special down in the description. There'll be that link down there. Just click that link. Go ahead and donate $1, $5, $10 every single month. You're not even gonna notice it. You're not even gonna notice it. So help the brother out. Also leave a review, leave likes, leave a 5 star. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what I can improve on. That way I can continue providing y'all a lot of value. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope y'all have a great week. I hope y'all continue prospering. I hope y'all continue getting better. I hope y'all are continue working on yourselves and just improving in every aspect of your life. Hit me up. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about. Let me know if you got somebody in mind that you want me to bring on the podcast. You got a homeboy, homegirl. Hey, this person's dope. I think that'd be great for the podcast. Let me know. I'm taking guests. I'm taking guests. So if you got somebody in the DFW area or not in the DFW area, we'll do a Zoom little thing. We'll figure something out. Let me know. That way we could get more people, get more information to you guys. And that's what it's all about. It's getting the information in front of you. So with that, y'all take it easy. Peace.